Episode 2, Traffic and Commute.
I'm sure you're wondering why this episode is not episode 1. Come to think of it, traffic is the first thing that literally comes to your mind when you have Lagos. Yeah, second to enjoyment, entertainment, beaches, and all that. Before I ever dreamt of, coming to Lagos as a child, while watching Night of 1,000 Laugh, one of the jokes that I can never forget, aside Clean the Drunk making a mockery of himself, was the Lagos traffic joke. My point is, everyone outside Lagos has already been force-fed stories of Lagos traffic even before getting to the city. Now, it's not like we should expect anything less from a city with over 50 million residents and counting. What is worse is that more people are relocating to this overpopulated and overpriced ghetto. They barely can find decent accommodation or even potable water. But here's the story. When I started my new job at New Central, I found somewhere to, stay that was closer to work. At least that was what I thought. To be very honest, coming from Eleganza is a lot better than commuting every day to VI from Awaya. Now, if you know where that is like the boundary of the boundaries. With no traffic whatsoever, that alone is like 1 hour commute. Now imagine when there's traffic. You can't understand this if you haven't experienced it. You can never understand this traffic if you haven't been in it. It can drive you crazy. I eventually left Eleganza, moved back to Awaya at some point, but wait till my eyes see. My first day going to work from home can only be compared to playing one of the Big Brother arena games. Now, it wasn't necessarily intense. At 4 a.m, the streets were filled with people and the movement didn't cease for a minute. Before I left home, I was given clear instructions on how to navigate Lagos. Rule number 1, normalize waking up at 4 a.m. But the thing is, how can I normalize waking up at 4 a.m? Me that used to sleep like a whale before. The last time I routinely woke up that early was in 2013 after I finished secondary school and, was waiting to get into the university and stuff. Rule number 2, 6 o'clock must under no condition meet you at Aja. Now this one was one hell of a rule because only God can save you from that traffic if you don't cross Aja before 6 a.m. On second thoughts, God will not even, listen to you. Dude has more important things to answer to. If you had listened to rule number 1, you wouldn't be in the traffic in the first place. Rule number 3, have change and ask questions where you don't understand. Every Lagos bus conductor is out to cheat you till proven otherwise, especially those ones that have breasts that can literally take you away. I'll call this profiling or whatever, but I said what I said. You're in deep shit if his breath is a mixture of, stale saliva and tooth decay. You're in even deeper shit if that tooth decay and stale saliva is mixed up with monkey tail. A big problem. That one already is a death sentence. Now, rule number 4 is just a little something I picked up on the way, Know how to shout, fight, or even both. See, any day, anytime, I recommend a little madness if you must survive a round trip in Lagos. What annoys me the most about commuting via public transportation is uncomfortable seats. So, my height, I'm 6'2". Imagine me sitting in a very cramped bus. If you enter those keke bus, it's even worse when I'm not sitting in the front because the roof is so small, so I have to arc my back, bend my head down. It's crazy. Even worse is the smoke that now filters into the bus and tears up your eyes from all these buses that are not good. Lagos is just a ghetto. But here's the thing. The beautiful thing about when you begin to earn more is that you begin to adjust to a certain perceived sense of comfort. Don't get me wrong. You move from eating agege to buying a loaf of bread for $9.50. Now even here is one too. You move from patronizing the street vendors to, frequenting Chicken Republic or the place. So, when you want to shop for deodorant, you don't mind getting 3 different brands of deodorants or a few bottles of perfume. And the same goes for transportation. So for me, I went from jumping buses to booking boats in the morning, Uber in the afternoon, ride at night. What I have discovered from all this is that once you earn more and you increase your lifestyle almost immediately without planning, you crash and burn just as fast. For me, what made this adjustment to using ride-hailing apps riskier is the surge. Sort of. On the other hand is the news of the rampant kidnaps from alleged drivers of some of these apps. On the brighter side, if you jam correct driver with gist for days, your ride is gonna be enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable or unbearable depending on the kind of driver and the gist that they have for you. I was on one of those trips that I got introduced to sex in the beautiful city of Lagos.
It's time to find out what your peeps are saying about traffic and commute.
The traffic gives you a reason to believe in God.
They just enter with your change. There's the possibility of you being paired with someone while trying to find change when you're the bus, or sitting close to the conductor, and then the stench coming from his body.
The first time ever I came to Lagos was in 2017, and traffic was just horrible. It didn't change when I came back in 2018. It didn't improve when I was in Lagos in 2021, last year. And it's been the same, if not even worse, since I moved officially to Lagos.
Ever since I started working from home, I've never really had to deal with traffic and commute. The only thing is, as a Lagos boy, as someone who grew up in Lagos, I understand the dynamics of traffic, gridlocks, and go-slows in Lagos.
Last year I went to see one babe like that. I just came back from Canada. She stays at Papa Jerry, like from around 7 till 1 a.m. in the morning before I got home. And that was like the bus I entered was not using the normal lane. It was like on the BRT lane, so that's why I even got faster to where I was going to.
I remember my flight was very early. I got into Lagos, I think, around past 10 in the morning. Started my journey from the mainland to the island. Before I would get to Lekki, it was almost 4. For context, I was in Lagos at about past 10.